investigation with Disco Elysium. And today should be a pretty productive day, I'd say. Um, Today is day 3, and today a lot of new things will open up to us, including the water lock, meaning we can get to this fishing village we keep hearing about, which I think will probably be our top priority to begin the day with. Although we may speak to Clausia again now that Kim should be waiting for us. I hope. I do not see Kim. So that's kind of not great. But it's okay, maybe he's in his room. Let's check. He can't knock. Alright, maybe he's actually, he usually waits for us downstairs. Sip of my water. I'm not drinking bubbly seltzer today. Today I have Waterloo sparkling water. And it is grape flavored. And I just described it to someone as guilt-free grape soda. So, yeah, definitely check that out. Oh, here's Kim. Okay, let's see. Let's get the lowdown.
Yes?
Alright, tell me about that case. No, wait, what? You're just not going to talk to me? Well, I guess they haven't done the autopsy yet. He just dropped it off. Well, now we got him back with us. Let's see. Let's talk to Guard, as we do in the morning.
Can I help you?
About my bill. I don't have the money yet. Let's see, what about you?
Oh, hello, dear. There you are
Hello.
again.
Who are these people? Have they been here? Horse-faced woman? Okay, then. The woman in an RCM patrol officer's uniform winces if she notices you.
I would really prefer not to talk to you right now.
The heck did I do? Is it this robe? It has to be the robe. A patrol officer is the lowest rank in the RCM, below lieutenant and sergeant. Is everything alright? Why don't you want to talk to me?
I don't know. I mean, why would I want to talk to you?
Have I wronged you? I have done that to a lot of people.
No, you haven't wronged me. It's okay.
Is it because I keep referring to you as horse-faced? Something changes in her. It's pity. Pity comes over her.
Okay, fine. Let's talk. What did you want?
So what precinct are you from? What precinct am I from? God, he doesn't know. Fucking deranged lunatic. The sunglass-wearing man pushes through his teeth. Okay. You're the police. Cool. So am I. I don't know what to say. Don't say anything, Judith. What are you, the police, doing here? I'm just looking out for you. No one. I'm just a man with sunglasses and you are a policewoman. Yes, a policewoman who just wants to do her job, that's all. Alright. I didn't realize this would stir anything up. Goodbye. What if we talk to you separately?
You look like shit.
Damn, I look like shit? Have you looked in the mirror? I look great. I look fabulous. Your ruffled face reflects in the man's sunglasses.
And I don't mean that as a metaphor.
Okay, looks don't matter. It's what's on the inside that does.
Yeah,
After school
I know. That's what I'm going by here.
What? But you just said you don't mean it as a metaphor.
Come on, Jean. It looks like it's been a rough week on him.
Yeah, listen to your horse friend.
It's not just this week. What do you want?
I think I have a bad history with this dude. Don't even try to win him over. You won't. Let's figure out what's... Well, actually, let's ask Kim about him first. I'm not getting involved in this. Oh, even Kim's not getting involved. Okay. It's not my style, he thinks, glancing at the man in sunglasses and the woman beside him. Ooh boy, they're mad at him. No wonder. He just doesn't recognize them. Alright. Let's just try it. Hey, there we go. You know what it is. It's like the two of you know each other. Just ask him. Tell me the truth. Do you know me from somewhere? Oh, I definitely know you from somewhere. Another life. From where? From another life? Yes, from another life. A different life. Maybe the life of a police officer belonging to the ranks of the... To what station do you think you would belong in this alternate and totally fictional reality? The 41st? That's the only one that sounds even vaguely familiar. Okay. That's plausible. That's entirely plausible. Now we're really getting somewhere. Somewhere good. Alright, let's talk more about that hypothetical Station 41 you mentioned. Oh, the hypothetical 41. Yeah, let's fantasize about that. I'm not busy. You're not busy. Let's just play around. I feel like this dude needs a Carl from Aqua Teen Hunger Force voice for some reason. Alright, so what would our relationship be in this alternate universe? Let's be crazy. Let's say you and I are partners. How's that for a thought experiment? You seem like a cool guy. I'd love to have you as my partner. Like your glasses. Would you now? Or would I be cramping your style? Never mind, partner. No, you wouldn't cramp my style at all. Okay, how about you stop wasting my time and get on with whatever you were doing then? Alright, do you have a crime to solve? 'Cause I do. Eventually. Oh no. You see, I enjoy watching other better cops solve crimes. And let me tell you, it's been quite a privilege seeing you work. Damn, this guy is pretty aggressive. This isn't helping, she says, shaking her head and looking at the man with sunglasses disapprovingly. Alright, who else is in our imaginary police station? You're not going to believe this, but... police officers. Okay. Yes, sir. Solving crimes, locking up bad guys, and get this, and not getting their drink on at 2 o'clock. Just some regular boring motherfuckers in suits and uniforms. Nothing spectacularly extravagant like you, the far-out son of Lung. Who is... this is a nickname I haven't heard yet. Who is this far-out son of Lung? Oh, it's you, you eccentric genius. I mean, with your unorthodox approach to police work, it has to be you. You want to tell me more about him? Or her? Not even a little bit. It's an urban myth about an officer who is so far undercover he can't remember who he is. As I said, just an urban myth. You're not the son of Lung. I don't know. Seems suspect. He's trying to protect you from further rough handling dished out by the sunglassed man. I can't imagine it anymore. Neither can I, partner. Neither can I. His gray eyes suddenly flash above the glass frames. They feel sad. It's a mere second, but it feels like you saw something. A gram of compassion in that sadness. He's not going to answer my cop questions. I'll see you around. Watch out for yourself, loser. That voice, so very familiar. Did you hear it when calling to your station and reporting your badge missing? I don't know. There were a lot of people laughing and yelling at me on that call. I recognize your voice, sir. Oh, really? I wonder where. I lost my badge recently. When I called in to report it missing, you were there. And you were there. And you were there. That's the way you remember me from? I have a bit of, memory trouble. You don't say. Goodbye, then. The voice thing was a coincidence. Run along, asshole. Did we mess up? Okay, the man with the sunglasses in is hypothetical station 41. Weird, right? It was, yeah, it was kind of weird, I guess. I mean, obviously, it kind of, to me, seems like this dude was our former partner, and he's extremely offended that we have no idea who he is. And yeah, so kind of weird. There's something we're missing here, something you can't put our finger on. You know what? Just ask him. I know it sounds crazy, and you'll probably get laughed at, but still. Yeah, I mean, it is usually better to just be direct. Yes, just cross it off the list. Alright.
Again. I can't believe this shit.
Are we from the same station? I'm going to say no, just to see what you'll say to that. What do you say? Okay. Okay? Jean, he said okay, give it a rest. Okay, I was clearly wrong. He is firefighter, male nurse, animal control agent, something of that kind, not a cop. Go on with your cop work. Don't let me stop you again. Oh, okay. See you around. That was a very odd interaction. Let's talk to Titus again.
It's you again. What is it?
I found someone who saw the hanging. A witness. A witness? You ain't got shit. The locals would never come to you with this. That's just cop tactics, Titus. Next he's gonna tell you one of us already rolled on the others. It isn't witness protection. My witness isn't a local. Well, let's hear it then. Who's your mystery fellow? Who he is irrelevant. It's like you said, Al. Hopper's coming up with this on the spot. There is no witness. I've seen this shit a million times, Titus. Fly fishing. They're desperate. Tell us, Copper, what wacky claims did he make? The witness said the hanging went down very quietly. No shouting or commotion. It's you assholes that feel the need to go around like a fucking brass band. The Hardy Boys are dead silent. Yeah, it's like they put cowbells on you before they send you to the streets. What's with the cowbells, policeman? The witness said he saw 2 people of Areopagite descent and 1 mask. Areopagite? Boss, I think he's trying to say me and Theo. Well, yeah. What is confusing you? Eugene, Theo, and Elaine were there too. I already told you, we were all there. He said it all looked like a surreal play. That means absolutely nothing to me. Sounds like some made-up horse shit. It means the whole scene was long and drawn out, like it was from a film. What is this fella's problem? Sorry, we didn't make it more action-packed. It wasn't the first thing on our minds, you see. Shanky. It's Shanky, right? I thought there's something wrong about the lynching story. Now, I know there was. You don't know shit. I know you're lying, Shanky. He writes in his notebook. You didn't break this wagon fort, but you did manage to rattle the people inside a little bit. Actually, nothing. Great witness. He must be really parched because he takes a giant gulp of beer. Okay, maybe it doesn't feel like this did anything to them, but they have to be fretting a little. Everyone is afraid of witnesses. Witness is a scary word. Alright, let's try to convince him again that he's being manipulated. I mean, look at all these green +1. Still failed. That's ridiculous. So want to make sure I don't have any frame drops. Okay. I do not understand. They're just stupid, probably. Too stupid to understand the arguments. Maybe the lieutenant could do it for you. I can't keep doing this. You take the wheel. The lieutenant inclines his head only slightly. Thanks for your time, Titus. Case closed. Let's go, officer. Huh? Really? We're ready to begin our report. I've already started, actually. He turns back to his notebook and writes as he speaks. In Martinez, they just kill you because they don't like you. Yeah, let them know. We'll kill you dead. Because you're a foreigner. Goddamn right. Don't come around if you're not from around. Fuck you. I'm not from around. That's not why we... There we go. Don't come to Wild North if you're not white enough. They just hang you, shoot you, whatever. Can't even remember. It wasn't that. It wasn't. We didn't shoot him. That's it. That's the weak one. We flushed him out. Now go in for the... Officer, you will be next if you don't shut up. The old man reaches for his belt, but his voice is strangely calm. He's on to you. He knows what you're trying to do. Steel yourself. Push on. Just ignore Theo. The lieutenant has put down his notebook. His hand is resting on his holster. He gives you an imperceptible nod. What? What does that mean? Go for it. The lieutenant has his eyes set on the fat guy. Push Angus. We're almost there. Or what? You're gonna kill me like you killed him? For no fucking reason? We didn't kill him. We didn't even hang him. He was dead when... Shut up, Angus. Well, we kind of pieced this together. He was dead before you hanged him. Fatty! Say one more thing to the cops and I'll... Dennis, stand down or I'll beat your head in. Theo, take your hand off the belt. This isn't 31. Got this under control. The room falls quiet. So quiet, you can hear Angus wheeze. Angie, where's your goddamn inhaler? You sound like you're dying. I left it at home. I can't get it. I'm too fucked. I'm sorry. Why are you so fucking fat, Angus? Now it's all pointless because of you. You wasted my time. I told you, Titus. I told you to just give her up. Lizzie, your help is no longer needed here. Go tell Evrard. Fine, I'll tell him. After a long walk along the coast, she walks off without looking back. What just happened between these two? Who is this she that you're supposed to have sold out? You're in. He's all yours. Question. I'm sorry I made you guys fight. Me too. So you didn't kill him. He was already dead. He nods. He named the corpse to cover up the real cause of death. The bullet in his head. Another nod. But why? Because the girls asked us to. They were in some shit. Did she kill them? Cop, I have no idea. The girl says she didn't. He doesn't think she did. Or at least he hopes she did. Alright, what happened on Sunday night? Klasia came down. She seemed really out of it. Drugged up, even more than usual. Bug-eyed and gurning, you know, not in a fun way. It Looked like she'd redosed after something went down. I've seen that look before. She was scared. I knew someone had died. How did you know? I've done this job for 10 years. I've seen it before. It's a politician in the motel room with the dead hooker scenario, only in reverse. Good analogy, boss, the rat-faced man snickers. You don't get to talk yet, Shanky. You're still on the bench. You keep taking it easy too, Angus. That's okay with the fat man still wheezing there. Couldn't speak if you wanted to. What happened then? We went upstairs. Sure as day, the merc was dead, and there was a bullet hole through the window. Fuck it. Dirty sheets and bottles everywhere. Tibbs patched the window. Oh yeah, we did notice that half of the window was like brand new way earlier in the game. Clausius room. Tibbs patched the window, and the corpse we hanged. Who's Tibbs? The 8th Hardy? Nah, he's my brother. He's in the window replacement business. Convenient. Right now he's grateful he hasn't gotten his brother into this mess. If Clausia didn't kill him, why the cover-up? You may have noticed our girl's in some shit of her own. Yeah, kind of. I didn't notice anything. What kind of shit are we talking about? The can't show up on police radar kind. There are people after her from the old world where she came from. People? Who are they? They're powerful. Connected to the moral intern. She's clearly afraid for her life. Says if she showed up in your system, she'd be ghosted away. And why would you help someone like that? By taking on a murder? Why would I? I guess we abide all sorts of runaways and losers here. It's a Martin Ace thing. Okay, so who killed the merc then? Any leads? Not yet. Just some ideas. She says the shot came from outside behind the window somewhere. So that's a clue. What are you thinking? I'm thinking someone's past caught up with them. Either hers or his. Hers. I mean the people after Clausia. Maybe the shot missed. Maybe it was meant for her. I like that. I've been thinking the same thing myself. And you had ideas about his past, too? I do. One of those mercenary buddies of his could have done it. They got guns, training, years of bad blood, probably. Or it could have been someone else from Grinnell. Tell you what I'd do. Check out the coast for vantage points. Maybe consult with a ballistics buddy of mine. That's what I'd do if I wasn't too busy doing this clown dance with you. He's calm now. Threw all that turmoil away and became himself again. Alright, Jim, we did it. The lieutenant gives a smile only you can see. He's usually so stoic, so satisfying to get him to smile. Whose idea? I mean, it was probably her idea. In a manner of speaking. What do you mean? We had help from another girl. It was her idea to hang him, and I liked it for political reasons. It sent a good message. It's her, isn't it? The drug trafficker. The missing 8th Hardy. The big guy steps toward you. Fella, you think too much. Ease off, alright? You're gonna hurt your head. A little too far there, but you're definitely right. That woman is just affiliated with the Hardy Boys. Don't know her anyway. You know, it's okay for there to be a Hardy girl, Titus. We're Hardy Boys, and that's it. Oh, they're like one of them He-Man woman haters clubs. Sure, okay, but can you tell me anything about this affiliate? Nope, you're not getting to her. It's Clausia you want to talk to. Alright, I guess. Thank you for this. You do that. Hey, cop, before you go, Suddenly the wind picks up outside. You hear it rattling the large windows in their frames, carries newspapers, circles the whirling in rags in a warm column. She, Class, you came to Martinez to hide. Many of us did. This is where you wash up when there's nowhere left to go. The Union takes you in. Now, she refused that protection, but still, you're all city. But you would still prefer if we didn't take her away? That's right. If we didn't take care of the people who end up here, this place would just be a couple of ruins and some cargo containers. We'll take that into account. I mean, I wasn't really planning on arresting Klaus here. Doesn't seem like she actually exactly did much of anything. I mean, maybe she could be in trouble for sort of planning the hanging, but we don't even know for sure that she did that. Alright, that was a lot of info. But I think we need to directly go up to Klausya and talk to her about this. And yes, I am going to do it in the wonderful outfit I am currently wearing. I'm not changing back into my cop clothes. You can't make me. Alright, let's see. See how our friend Klausya is doing. Police work is tough. We do talk to a lot of strangers though, so I think we got that covered. And we do explore quite a bit too. Alright. I'm testing out these WASD controls. I don't really like them, to be frank. Then again, we are getting that Final Cut update to this game very soon, which supposedly is adding in like... Well, first of all, it's getting a console release, unless you're in Australia, sorry. But it's adding in like full English voice acting. I think that means like literally every personality trait has its own voice actor, which if that's true, that's gonna be crazy. Anyway, let's talk to our best pal.
It's always good to see you.
Is it? She cracks a weary smile, leaning back against the railing. Something in her demeanor has changed. She's tired, consigned to her fate, to being here with you, and what's to come. Alright, we've concluded our autopsy and would like to ask questions about Lely. The lieutenant nods, taking out his notebook. Let's see, I wrote down the nickname Lelistad. He moves his finger across the page. Then tears one out and hands it to you. We have questions that might help solve some gaps in our field autopsy. I'm sure my colleague has a few of his own while I take notes. The young woman cranes her neck, trying to catch a glimpse of the page the lieutenant passed to you. On it is a list of autopsy observations, recorded neatly in blue ink. The last missing pieces of a puzzle of flesh. Phantasmagoria 2. Alright, let's just do it all. Where is Lelistad? The place, I mean. In Aranya, officer. It's, I think municipality is the term? A nowhere town there. You are almost right, officer. Lieutenant shakes his head like you just missed a shot in darts. That means his race was Occidental, not Mondial. I'll update the form. Okay, so you were both from Aranya? Yes, we were compatriots. Did that bring you together? No, he was too old for that. And from another part of Oranje here, Orayenrik. I didn't even understand his accent. What brought us together wasn't Oranje. It was bad habits. Sex, alcohol, speed, probably also sildenafil. Okay. How old was he? He was 42. Well, we were kind of close. I think we said 50. 42, are you sure? I would have had him above 50. Yeah, you did say that. He had many scars that made him appear older, but no. The memory makes her smile. We even celebrated his birthday like some weeks ago. It was a funny 2 days. He had little reason to lie to me. We were slightly off then. Thank you for clearing it up. The lieutenant makes a correction in his notes. The adversary won. Excuse me. His eye color? Blue, light blue. They were like little blue galaxies, you know? It was strange seeing those eyes in his fucked up face. Pardon the swearing. I do him an injustice. He wasn't ugly, and he had a beautiful, soft voice. Very surprising, what with all the scarring. It's quite something watching him speak. He had a combat wound on his chin and mouth. Yes, severe. It made him look like half his face was cracking away in some strange smile. Hey, just like my expression. That and those eyes. It's clear she was very much attracted to him, and still is. Well, I guess it could be relevant. You found him attractive? Of course. He was the most strangely beautiful man I've ever been with, and I mean that. Huh. And now he's dead. Pity. Oh yes, his hair, if you can remember. It was light brown, almost blonde. He darkened it with brilliantine, made it oily. Not nice to stroke. Couldn't convince him to leave it alone. Okay. He had a tattoo. What did it mean? Oh, that. It's clear she liked it. You liked it? Quite a lot, yes. What did it represent? Was it an Oranese map of the waterways? Sure, waterways. It was mostly for showing off the chicks, though. How so? How? Imagine him lying in bed, freakish musculature laid out on the sheets. Scarred, of course. Tattooed. The sheets are dirty for some reason. He's smoking and drinking, of course. And his chest and shoulders and arms are studded with stars. Tens, hundreds of them, maybe even thousands. And the woman goes like... She points at the air with her sharp-nailed finger picking out an imaginary tattoo star. What was this, baby? And he says, that was too hardcore. Don't ask me about that. So she goes, okay, but what's this, baby? And he's like, saw some bad shit there. Killed some loincloths. And so it goes. Star after star, port after port, third world country after third world country. And he's done horrible things in every single one of them. You were the woman in this scenario? Oh yeah. Can you tell us precisely what these mean? No thank you. I've seen enough of them dead. I can tell you what they meant without looking at them. She pours herself some more coffee. Go on. He was a blue-eyed boy with thick arms from a small town. He was also poor, and the government of Orania needed some people killed, so they turned him into a grotesque killer for money. Oh, cool. Thanks. New skill point. Where should we put it? I really wish we could raise some of these more, but such is life. I feel like... Let's get Shivers up one more, because it seems to have some interesting stuff to say. He went to Killer Academy and breed for it, then he killed some people on the Semen Islands, and on other islands too, all of the islands. After this, he came to Revachol and got killed himself. Thank you for clearing that up. She looks over her shoulder to the sea, then back at you, smiling faintly. Change of topic, perhaps? Well, I guess we should, just to cover all the bases, just bring this weird hunch of ours up. Because if you remember, we thought that his expression appeared as if he was smiling when he died. Tell me something odd. Did he enjoy his death? Why do you ask? It's just a feeling I have. Indulge me. Well, it's wrong. He had too many drinks to down, too many bad things to do. Couldn't tap out just yet. Everything checks out here. It's all A-okay. Good answer. Is it, though? We requested a semen screening for processing. Good for you. What do you think it will tell us? I don't know how a semen sample works, officers. How many days after intercourse does it have to be? I don't even know if he had sex with someone else. We didn't go steady. Okay, we're finished with this line of questioning. Alright. The lieutenant puts the slip back in his notes and observes the young woman for a moment. Coolly, gracefully, she pours herself more coffee. Okay, that's a lot of coffee. The Hardy Boys told us what really happened. I understand. She puts her coffee mug on the table. You don't look surprised. You were expecting this. I knew there was a chance you'd get them to tell you. It's what you do. You're the police. For what it's worth, I'm sorry for wasting your time. If you knew we would find out eventually, why did you waste our time? Because of the Hardys. I couldn't just dispense with them. They were only trying to help me out of the shit I'd gotten into. Is she implying the Hardy Boys are the law? The Hardy Boys are not the law. We are. I know that, but the people around here, they don't see it that way. If I am to stay here, I need to get along with them. It's not a good enough reason. You're right. There's more. More? You answer to the coalition government, and by extension, the moral intern. She reaches for a new cigarette. Briefly glancing over her shoulder to the sea, as she's done time again. Where the cold oceanic expanse lies, behind it, another world. What's the RCM's involvement with the moral intern got to do with this? Actually, is that why you're looking over your shoulder? You're afraid of the moral intern? She nods. You share a database with them. You send people to their courts. Alright, what's going on? What did you do? Just business? Like, bad business for some people in the moral intern. If I show up in your records officer, they will find me. They will. What happens if they do? They will kill me, sir. If you file my name, take me in for questioning, enter me into the moral intern mill, well, then I'm fucked. For nothing. This murder didn't have anything to do with me. Okay, so, a couple of questions. What did you do to have these people after you that will kill you? It's not nice. It's not illegal. Not here in Revachol, or even in Oranje. What exactly did you do? Industrial espionage. I joined a business collective with the intention of betraying them. I did my job well enough to be asked to do it again. With a bigger company, the kind you really don't fuck with. Took their ledgers, 2 decades worth of accounting. I need the names of the companies involved, and who hired you. The job was Lewstewin County Savings Bank. They sound small, but they're part of the Looksap conglomerate. That was the second job. The first was some printer company. You wouldn't know them. But she really destroyed them. She still feels it. As to hire me for the job, I don't know. But they're after me too, along with Luska, and their friends in the MI. Once you're done in the competitive intelligence circuit, you don't have allies. You're radioactive. Well, that's a lot of shit you've gotten yourself into. It is. Many people lost their jobs. Not just C-suite. Ordinary people. What I did to get to accounting. A lot of people got hurt. That's just more of my shit you shouldn't have to deal with. You're solving a murder. That can wait. Look into her eyes. There's more. What did you do? One of them killed themselves because of me. That's not easy to deal with. How do you deal with anything? It's all just... How do you do it? I don't either. Not, well, I mean, honestly, not really. There you have it. She's already almost devoured the cigarette she just lit and looks at it sadly. The way of the warrior. Okay, she's softening up a little. So what exactly happened the night he died? We were there. She points to the window, the silhouette of the bed visible. Together. In bed, I mean. Tell me exactly what happened. Okay. He was in a kneeling position. He had just entered me. I was on my back, looking at him. I heard the window behind me shatter, and I turned to look. There was a hole in the glass. I turned back to him. He breathes out. His eyes were looking through me. His mouth was open, dark. I could see. A great pain moves through her. A dark and indefinite wave. She continues in spite of it. I knew he was dead before he fell down on top of me. You were right. He did enjoy the moment of his death. Yeah, I don't think we should express that to her, though. Okay, then what happened? He was heavy. Pushed him off and he fell to the floor. There. He only had his boots on. I bit the pillow, not to scream, then ran downstairs. I waited for the second shot to come. For me, thought there would be one. It never came. She's forgotten about her cigarette. The butt is burned right down to her fingernails. Cigarette is. Oh. She looks at it and quickly tosses the butt aside. I'm sorry this happened to you. So am I. She immediately proceeds to light another one. What time was this? When did it happen? It would help us if you could be as precise as possible. 11:30 to 12:15. I don't know the exact time. Around midnight. That's okay. He makes a note. Were you inebriated? Not as much as usual. He'd done a line, plus other things. I was drinking. Wait. Titus said she was girding her jaw off. Much more than usual. Yeah, he did mention that. Titus said you look pretty high. Oh yeah, I did one of his lines, just to clear my head. Good thinking, clear your head. You should clear your head. Get into his mindset. No, we're not doing that. Move on. Did you hear or see the shooter in the course of this? No. What did you do then? Nothing. I was trapped. I was stuck in my room, downstairs. Got some clothes on and crawled back up. Through the blinds, blood was coming from his mouth. Not a lot, just a little. He was still on the floor, slouched. Couldn't be there with him anymore. So I ran down and out of my room, into the hallway, down the stairs. I knew there would be people there. Run, woman. Run past them and out into the street where it's dark and people move. To the lorries at the intersection, as far as you can. Why didn't you run away from here? As a matter of fact, why are you here now? Yeah, this is a good point. I mean, she knows someone knows she's here and is aware of what they've done already. You'd think she would have gotten the hell out of here. I already ran. I ran from an entire isola. I can't run any farther. Not with these people. This is as far as it gets. Okay, what happened after you ran downstairs? Sylvia was tending the bar. That's the woman we called who had quit her job. A lot of people were there. Parties were at the table in front of the stage. I think the union box was full. Ruby was there too. They were having such a good time. I sat down and they all welcomed me. I I didn't even have to say anything. Ruby knew something was wrong. Who is this Ruby person? Yeah, exactly. Ruby? Before we continue, who is Ruby? Ruby, you know, the leader. Wait a minute. Is this the hardy girl, otherwise known as the drug smuggler lady? The leader? Of what? The Hardy Boys. I thought Hardy was the leader of the Hardy Boys. Well, nominally, yes. Ruby's the one they go to when things happen, like things they need taken care of. She's the organizer. Well, it sounds like we need to find her then. This Ruby, in her phrasing, is entrusted with great power. She trusts her, so do the others. Would you say she is the 8th Hardy Boy? Why not? Yeah, sick. I'm glad we all agree with my theory. Does she also party with Ruby, however? Well, I guess we should ask to be thorough. Did you party with Ruby too? No. She smiles nervously. The beads of her teeth shine. Still, there is something there. She won't tell you now. Okay, let's go on. What then? Well, Ruby said let's talk upstairs. Showed her the room. I've known these people since December. They know my situation, that I can't leave a paper trail. Ruby was the first one I told. She said she'd take care of this. It's what she does, you know. Take care of things. Helped her get the body to the bathroom. We used a belt to pull him up under the shower, keep him upright. To produce lividity matching a hanging. Yes. Quite a plan here. We completely missed the tampering. Looks like you got there in time. What was this, 20 minutes after death? Yeah, we didn't notice that. About 20, yes. Ruby explained it would make the blood. You know what it does. She looks at the ground, and she raises her light brown eyes to meet yours. Alright, then what? Ruby went outside to talk to Titus and the boys. I was just looking at Lely in the bathroom. I had to put his clothes back on. His armor, too. It was tough, but I've seen him take it off and put it on many times. So he was wearing all of it when... Oh yeah, wait, we knew this. It took Ruby maybe half an hour to come back with Titus. I'd gotten him ready by then. They carried him out. I knew what they were going to do. Make it look like a hanging. Ruby said they would. What did you do while they were hanging him? Ruby said to wait here. She also said I wouldn't see her for a while, so we should lay low or something. So I did. Yeah, where's Ruby now? I don't know. I haven't seen her since. Great, we have to go talk to Titus again. We will need to take this question to the Hardy Boys. Alright, well we still have a few more questions for Claudia, though. Did you actually hear a gunshot when he was shot? I may have. I don't know. I couldn't hear anything over the glass exploding. We know she didn't kill him. Why? Yeah, this is a very valid question. Why did you call the cops if you're hiding? Because I'm an idiot. Which is an indicator of truth. Yeah, she did answer immediately. Alright. I don't know. Let's just poke a little. I don't think so. You have to understand, the people around here, no one was making the call, and he kept rotting. Then they picked his clothes off, and the little fucker threw stones at him. He kept throwing stones at him for 3 days. I could hear the thud, thud. So I called you. With all my heart, it's not the last thing I do in Revachol. Alright, when was that window changed? Last week. Angus, Titus's brother, I think he's called Tibbs, took care of it. You should have another look at that window after this. Yeah, I mean, it can't hurt. In her bedroom. See the glass sparkling. Alright, I think we're done here for now. She nods silently. She doesn't even smoke, just picks up the cold coffee and holds it in her hands. The lieutenant glances at you and at the door. He's thinking, are we done here? Or maybe you should take her to the station for safekeeping. She lied to you, and she's a flight risk. No, that won't be necessary. Just leave her alone. She's been through enough. She doesn't need this police brutality. Okay, I don't think that would be brutality. Multi-face, I'm beginning to doubt your judgment. Are you sure you're not sleeping on the post? You have to wake this one up with force if you want to continue pushing her. I mean, what other information do you think she has that she's not giving us right now? I guess we could just try it. Yeah, I didn't think so. But we are awake, sire. She has been forthcoming with sordid details women usually conceal. Most shocking details of the sexual kind. We are a bulwark, unbreached. Get a hold of yourself just once, will you? Try and look past the sexually lax morals and do some police work. Yeah, that's a good point. So you say, but give us one example of deceit. Just one. Let's see. I mean, if we look at it from an outside perspective here, she has kind of switched rather quickly from being extremely aloof to being extremely forthcoming. And we have a lot of our personal skills warning us in their own ways now. Not to mention, drama is acting a little weird. I mean, I know drama is always a little weird, but drama is acting a little extra weird right now. So, I don't actually know how I feel about this, but maybe we should look more into it. Just a proposition. Could lurid explicitness conceal something less sensational, but more illegal? Who is this personhood picking these seditious options? Can't you see the detective grows wary of your malcontent? Okay, drama. Stop staring at her eyes and say something pertinent to the case. This is making you look like an amateur. Oh. Looks like this one's not waking up. You'll have to do it without pushing her further. At least for now. Alright, let's return to this later. What are these? Wait, stop. That man, bloated beyond all recognition. 42? Yeah, that's what she said. Below the damage, the weeks of decomposition, all the swollen indignity and mortality. He was 42 years old. Where is this going? How old are you? That's where this is going. 45,000 liters of raw alcohol has left its disfigurements. What lies beneath, you wonder? You could ask either one of them. I guess I could. Kim, how old do you think I am? Huh? The lieutenant isn't quite sure he heard you. How old do I look? How old? 58. What if you're wrong? We are both wrong about the deceased. He turned out to be 40. 42. He was deceased. He had been decomposing for a week. I feel like I've been decomposing far longer than that. On the bright side, you've been getting a lot of exercise lately. That is true. I've been running a lot. You're right. I'm probably 62. Let's leave it at that. I didn't say 62. I said 58. Squint's looking at you for a second. Wait, this requires scientific measurements. Bring it on. I am not afraid of the truth. Date of birth generator. To the laboratorium. What is this? What's this? We're getting reports of normal, reasonable, temperate political opinions somewhere in Martinez. This is exactly what this is. This is because I keep saying none of the above to political stuff, isn't it? It's also about that, but it's also more. Perhaps it's the hangover, perhaps it's a temporary surge of serotonin, but something tells you it's time to become a citizen of the kingdom of conscience. What is this? Is this like the centrists? not a place, it is a moment in time that can only arise in the right circumstances. In all of human history, it's only been achieved a handful of times. I mean, I guess that's an honorable goal. It is, isn't it? History's greatest catastrophes have been brought about by people trying to make the world a better place too quickly. Okay, I don't really know if I agree with this. I mean, most of the big important changes we've had have been brought about as a result of a lot of quick change and quick action. That's the genius of Dolores Day. She's recognized that progress is meaningless if its gains are lost because of instability. Real, lasting change can only come about gradually, increment by increment. I don't know about that. But what about all the things that are wrong now? Tisk tisk. Just because you live in the present doesn't mean you have the right to place your needs above the needs of the future. Yeah, okay. You may never live to see the kingdom of conscience. Your children may not. Even your grandchildren might not. But that's no excuse not to keep working. What benevolence. What a fucking joke. Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Is it actually about doing things, or is it just about preserving the status quo? Because I'm not really with that. Do you believe the status quo is preferable to chaos and bloodshed? Well, it depends. If the status quo is making everyone's lives miserable and chaos and bloodshed could lead to an improvement, then sure. There you have it. Sometimes holding the line is progress. Whoops, I meant to say no to this. This does sound mega boring. What you want is immaterial. The kingdom of conscience is coming, whether you like it or not. Only very slowly. It's great and everything. I'd like to do this date of birth generator with 100 skill points. I think Flossie is done talking to us. So I say we look at this window, and then we go check out the water lock that has been opened. Because there should be a whole bunch of stuff. Well, there's at least a fishing village that we keep hearing about. Okay, so let's just look at this window again. This window is pristine on the inside, unlike the one next to it. Light from the desk lamp reflects off the glass in an untarnished golden halo. What happened here? The golden light melts away into the blue, glassy darkness of your mind. In it are two neon-lit shapes, a man and a woman on a single bed. Like the witness said, the man is kneeling, the woman is on her back. It's the night of March 4th, and a shot has just been fired. The man looks directly at the woman. The shot's possible directions converge in his mouth. A ray cast from somewhere outside, entering his brain. Ending him. Alright, where did it come from? From the roof outside, location A prime. The glass fractures around the bullet hole. Shards face inwards like a corona behind the woman's back. Alright, let's look at the roof. The ray cast from the man's mouth unravels into a fan of possible directions, all on the roof at first. The shot could have come from any of them. This is the composite location A prime, most likely of the origin points. I was gonna say, there's no evidence that the shot came from this roof. That seems, we definitely would have at least found something. There could have been. Then the rain and slush and wind washed it away. This was more than a week ago. No, I don't feel 80% sure. 72%. With a weapon that's good for medium range like a rifle or sports pistol. This is a good short distance, but not too short. Perpetrator aimed with their back against the railing or possibly kneeling for precision. This would explain why it only took them one shot. The lights are on in here. Outside it was dark. It was like shooting fish in an aquarium. A well-lit aquarium. The victim opened his mouth to let the bullet in. Neither of them would have seen anything outside in the darkness, too busy with their own bodies. Are there any arguments against A prime? Well, yeah, there's literally no evidence. None that you've found thus far. Okay. Could there have been another point of origin further away? I really don't think it came from in the room. I mean, look at how small this room is. We'll ask. Point X will contradict the woman's testimony. Okay. That's a 28%, yes. In this model, the shot could have come from a greater distance. Nothing excludes the possibility. Should we extrapolate to include every possible point? Well, I guess we kind of have to be thorough. You would need a map for that. A map of Martinez. Hey, where do I get a map of Martinez? The bookstore. They have maps. You're thinking, what if the shot didn't come from the roof, right? Yes, you read my mind. Good. We should come back with the map and compare the landscape to the radius of the shot. I agree. Okay, no. Alright, so, first, we are going to go to the bookstore and get a map. Then we will check out the water lock. Let's see. We haven't been in the bookstore for a little bit, not since we did that haunting case, which I guess in game time was just yesterday. Okay, these people I'm sure still don't want to talk to us. I might have a few more things to say to Titus now, but I don't really know how important that is to deal with right this second. I'd say in order of priority, finding this Ruby person is number one. And now that we know their name, well, actually, I was going to say we could talk to our friend over there by this guy about it, but he was like really not comfortable with that idea. Can I do this again? Can I try it again? No, it's still locked. Okay. Alright, so let's go into the bookstore. That woman is still here, standing outside reading, and the little girl. She, like, works, like, 15 hours a day standing outside instead of going to school. Really, we really do live in a society. We really do. Alright, so, let's see. Would it be on this table? I don't know. Maybe it's that. These are all board games. Maybe it's these. These kind of look like they could be maps. Man from Heimdall. No, I don't need Muscle Man books. Gift books. Molten Candy. That sounds interesting. Old sports magazines. Recipes. We're just gonna have to look through all the shelves real quick. Shelf of crime novels. Nah, that's not important right now. Tome of fat. Okay. Oh, this looks like it could be a map. Yeah, several maps. Old and faded. A map of Revachol and a map of Martinez. I want to buy the map of Martinez. Yay! Alright. Now I have a map. Another boring book. Okay. Where's my dang map? Here it is. The worn map features a patchwork grid of the streets of Martinez, with directions to appropriately touristy locations. Year 48 resides on the upper right corner. Alright, let's trace a path through the grid. Your finger moves through the various streets, across Rue de Saint-Jazane and Rue Saint-Cespar over St. Brune and Martinez North. Finally coming to a halt on the spot where you are currently standing, although the map gives no such indication itself. Oh, okay. Journal. Map. Oh, wow, look at this. So this is where we've been the whole time, this waterfront. Fisherman shacks must be... Yeah, this is the water lock right here. And apparently there's also a church, so that's cool. I really like that we finally have an actual map to look at. Alright, so here's what we're gonna do. Our next session we will cross the water lock, because that seems like something we should do. We should start a session with. So to end this session, I think we will go back up and try to trace the ballistic origin point of the bullet. I don't know how helpful it will actually be, but it came up as a quest, so I'm kind of inclined to believe it's going to get us at least some information. And it just seems like good police work anyway. I mean, I really don't think it makes much sense. First of all, there's only two ways to that balcony unless someone climbed out from outside, which nobody has reported. So either they would have had to already be in Clausia's room, which we ruled out, or they would have had to come from that other door, which is locked, and no one even knows how to get in or out of. So, I don't know. But what is that in there? That looks new. Tomatoes are thinly sliced. Can we get in this damn door? We're never gonna get to go in the door. Guard can't even get in there. He practically owns this. Well, he doesn't really own the place. These people any more inclined to talk to us? Oh, no. We already talked to them with Kim with us. That was what we did this morning. Okay, so let's go in here again. Her, like, hotel room is actually way nicer than the one we have. I mean, ours is laid out differently, and I guess we have... No, we don't... I can't even say we have more of a window, because she has a whole balcony. Alright, so let's take another look at this, now that we have the map. I have the map. Let's extrapolate that radius. Do it. According to your map of the district, the shot could have come from a wide angle of locations, starting with the northern edge of the abandoned boardwalk, ending with an islet in the bay. Let's call them B prime, so that's right here. Alright, more precisely, B prime is for boardwalk, B prime prime is for Land's End, and B triple prime for the islet. Okay. There may be smaller points in between, but those are too fine to zoom in on. Okay, let's look at the boardwalk. 700 meters away. The likeliest of these B positions. 20% chance. A skilled sniper could have made the shot, provided he had a safe sniper's nest. Even with the light on inside, we're talking military training. At that distance, the perpetrator would have had to take wind direction into account. Okay. What about point B prime prime? 1.2 kilometers away. The least likely of these positions, let's say 3%. A truly skilled sniper could have done it. Possibly from a tent? No, too far-fetched. Alright, what about B triple prime, the islet? 1 kilometer away, a point beyond the docks on an islet in the bay. The fort is ruined, but the perpetrator may have found a stable spot on the beaches surrounding it where the concrete crumbles into the sea, as you saw in the coin-operated viewer. Oh yeah, we did look at a set of ruins on an island. The shot would have been a small miracle, 5% likelihood. There is an extremely narrow field of view from the bay to the window between Rue Saint-Ghislain 10 and 33A. The angle would have been extreme, and access to the islets is questionable. I don't know what this is about, but let's try it. The man does not know that the bullet has entered his brain. He never will. Death comes faster than the realization. Okay. Kim, do you think the shot could have come from further than the roof? Like in Martinez? From where precisely? Let's say B prime, the boardwalk, B double prime, Land's End, B triple prime, the islet. I see you have given this a lot of thought. Are those the locations you've singled out in addition to the roof? Whoa. What was that sound? Oh, did someone follow me? Oh, cool. Thanks. And what is the likelihood, in your opinion, that it came from a further distance? I don't know. I mean, I really don't think it came from the roof. It's okay. Okay, well, we should see if there's gunshot residue or sniper nests if we go down the coast. Rule these spots out one by one. It would be the diligent thing to do. Till then, personally, I'm going with the roof version. Simple hypothesis can be wrong, but it's something to build on. Okay. Alright, before we end off our session here, I am going to, one last time, attempt to open this weird door on Clausia's roof. If it'll, I think it might have not even let us interact with it last time, actually. So it might just be a waste. Let's see. Oh no. Well, we don't have the option to kick the door in unless we have perhaps an article of clothing that raises physical instrument. Which it doesn't seem that we do. No, we don't have anything to raise it right now. So I guess, let's see. Push doesn't do anything, right? It's barred, right? It's barred from the inside. So, I don't know. So I guess theoretically someone would have had to come up this door, wherever this comes from, shoot them from here without being noticed by anyone, and then go back through this door without her noticing, which I guess is possible, and bar it from the inside so no one could follow. I don't know. That seems a little too, like, clean. That just seems like way too idealistic. I don't know. I don't think it was that simple. It is a heavy door. Where does this lead to? I think we've asked Guard about this door. I'm pretty sure we did. Just go and check real quick. Maybe he can tell us. I mean, I think we've already asked him about it, and he mentioned that he doesn't have the key or something to that effect. Skill points can buy new. Yeah, I know they can. I wish there was more in this room. It still strikes me as very odd that this is its own, I guess you'd call it like a cell, when there's literally like two exits and one interactable. And then you have this, which is all of this area with this stuff that's all interactable. This door, this exit, and this whole room. I don't know, it just doesn't make sense to me. It's why I really feel like there's more going on in that area, because it's laid out in a very odd way. Something about it's just like, I don't know, I feel like there's a lot more to happen in that room. Hopefully we find some money while we're exploring all these new areas, because we need quite a bit to be ready for the rent.
Can I help you?
Saw another thing. Wow, you can't ask about it. Why? That's actually incredibly suspicious. Alright, well then let's just talk to
It's
Titus.
you again. What is it?
Okay, I talked to Clausia. Now I need to talk to Ruby. Why? She's a suspect in another case I'm investigating. Sounds like you want to push the steam and pile of shit on anyone, and now you pick Ruby. Not on my watch, you won't. Ruby's one of us. We're not gonna throw her under your moral intern steamroller. Fuck that shit. And fuck you too. He throws a glance at Titus as the last syllable leaves his lips. The big guy sighs. Ruby is missing. If you hide from the police in a murder investigation, you become a suspect. You know how it works, guys. That's nothing. That's just legalese. You don't even have a sound theory. I don't want to be rude, but we're trying to get some R&R here. Think you can fuck off now? I think you will keep sticking around, Titus. You'll be surprised at how quickly the theory presents itself if you keep looking. From the corner of your eye, you see a little bird fly into the bush, right behind the window, behind Titus's back. And... okay. I don't know how these things are connected at all. Let's just try it. No. Nothing is happening. They remain unconnected yet. I didn't think that was gonna work. No, we can do this. Sorry, you're not coming up with anything. Again, pieces are there. She could have done it somehow. Something else. Walla walla bing bang. It's just not coming together. Squint harder. Still nothing, but that's okay. This doesn't mean you have to turn into some kind of meltdown. You're just a cop taking your time to present a theory. Why does Puzzle Face get to not melt down? You and I melted down like crazy, remember? Shush. I'm just more level-headed than you. That's my thing. Let's look at this as a learning experience. What are the components you need to implicate Ruby? His wife left him. He needs to kill himself. Make her sorry she did. Excuse me? I just want to hear the components of the theory, please. Can we not get so personal? Smart move. The components are access to the roof, weapon, and motive. Here's what you can do to make it easier. Come on, guys. For starters, you can find out what's behind that mystery door in the kitchen. It's a secret route. You could have used that to get to the roof. Yeah, that is true. If that door is connected to the roof door, that becomes way more likely. Can't get through the door? You know what would help? Doing a thorough search of this room. Maybe something's hidden. We haven't really done that. You could crack Clausier's last defenses, maybe. I don't really want to do that. It's that simple. Unless we have more business, we should. I'm gonna take off now. No, we're not. Let's just take another look. What can we investigate? Oh, the curtain, the window. Again, you find yourself looking out that big old window. Ooh, we have a pretty good chance of this. Whoop. There's a yellow ribbon tied to one of the branches. Light yellow, faded with time. Tiny splash of color in the blackness of the thicket. Hanging from it, a bronze key. It's close enough to latch up there. One can slide it open and just take it. Surely not a coincidence. Someone's hid a key in that bush. Aw. Can you let me slide by so I can grab a thing? I don't know about that. Tattoo man yawns and settles more comfortably on the bench. I'm comfortable here. I don't think any sliding would really help right now. Sorry, fucko. Looks like you're gonna have to go bush diving. Good fucking luck with that. Hawthorne's got a bitch of a bite. I might enjoy the sight of you in the bushes out there. With a loud thud, the old man stands up, pushes the window open, grabs the key from the hawthorn branch, and slides it across the table to you. Thank you, Theo. Spare key for workshop. Workshop spare is etched into it. Workshop, you say? Come on, man, we were just having some fun. Where's the harm in... I'm tired of listening to you shit. I like this guy. He can stay. Okay, this is a great question. Thank you. Don't thank me. I don't give two shits about your key. There is a silence around this man's words. Unlike Titus, they're afraid of him. That's the type of respect he commands. Yeah, does anyone know why this key was hanging right outside the Union Box window? Didn't even know it was there. Boys? No idea. Never even seen it. Someone must have hidden it there before this room became our place. Alright, whatever you say. Alright then, we're gonna go a little longer. I think that key is for this door. Let's try it. The key fits the dimple lock. Takes a bit of effort to turn it after all these years, but then the lock clicks. Effort to turn it after all these years would indicate this has not recently been opened to aid in some sort of murder plan. Just pointing that out. Dust rises before you like mist. A tomb, haunted by regal spirits from distant ages. No. Smells like engine grease and cut wood. A workshop. What's this? Master Investigator! You just can't keep yourself away from locked and hidden places, can you? I mean, what do you mean? Nothing? Nothing. You're right. Get in there. Deep. Invade every personal space. Break every lock. I mean, I'm not some sort of a peeper. This is potentially related to the case. Excuse me. Sure, friend. This is nothing sordid, nothing inappropriate. You just have to do this. It's your duty. Alright, passive-aggressive brain. Whatever you say. Well. Oh, where's my flashlight? I feel like we want it. There it is. Alright, let's finally see what's in here. Is that a... Are these like computers? No, actually, is that... This looks kind of like a pinball machine, is it? It is. This pinball says Franco-Nigerian. The theme is horses and swords. I love pinball. This pinball is White Day Aura. Ooh, what's this? All these mesmerizing machines just waiting to be plugged back in and played. Man, I used to work at an arcade. One of my favorite things was that I could just play unlimited games, but I got so hooked on Theater of Magic pinball. I got pretty good at it for a while. Anyway, let's run our finger across the dust longingly. Feels like it might jump back to life at any moment, the lights illuminating the white-robed woman. This kind of reminds me of a scene from a Haruki Murakami book where there's a guy hunting down pinball machines. What's White Day Aura? Some kind of inane pinball theme, probably related to the Messina during the DeLorean age. The history themes are the worst. They are a little tacky. How about we fire one of these bad boys up and play? Well, actually, it sounds like he doesn't enjoy it. No, I love it. I love pinball. Who doesn't love pinball? Let's move on. He doesn't. I don't think he's gonna be into the Franco-Nigerian ball. Let's move on. It's almost certainly not relevant to the case. It's just, in other words, not top priority. Yeah, spare key is, yeah, great. That's great information to have now. Hey, $5. Gladly. What else we got? Is this an elevator? A small elevator is dimly lit by a bulb that's been glowing for ages. The lattice cage is open, inviting you to step inside. Well, let's look. Smells of nougat and sweat. Your head brushes up against the ceiling. There's a control panel to your right and just enough room for 2 people to fit in. The maintenance card under the control panel reads, last maintenance, 10th of July, 88. It says the last maintenance was in 88. Wait, isn't it 51 now? That it does. I say, let's brave it. Wow, you're ballsy now. This elevator was maintained a very long time ago. At the end of the last century. Look on the bright side. If it falls, we will only sustain minor injuries. Talking 3, maybe 4 months in the hospital. Maximum 5. Alright, let's just do it. There are large rectangular buttons. Monter, Descende, and an international. Call for emergency assistance. That third one appears to be broken. Of course it is. Alright, let's just do it. We've done way riskier things in this investigation. Now, if this leads out to the top, to Clausia's room, there might be more to this. Ooh, this doesn't look like Clausia's room at all, actually. Ooh, some cigarettes, some money. We can sell the cigarettes, I'm sure. Small windows taped shut with black plastic. Why? Guess we found another apartment. Schematics for a pinball machine. Oh, this is the workshop. Okay. Boxes of tools and replacement parts. This is kind of cool. What's this? +1 empathy and +1 hand-eye. It's a pinball maker's code. Alright, can't hurt. Is this another table? So this is where they brought faulty pinball machines to fix them up. A long time ago. Everything is covered with dust now. The lieutenant looks around the dusty, crowded room, inspecting the tools on the shelf. Looks like they gave up on fixing them at some point. At some point. 20 years ago? 15 maybe? Before pinball went out of vogue. I think it's pretty obvious it used to be a pinball workshop. Footprints. Could these be important? Probably not. You clearly see footprints in the downy carpet of dust covering... well... Jackpot. These, unlike everything else here, are new. Maybe someone's just reminiscing on pinball. Someone's been here within the last week or two. 3 weeks maximum. From the dust coverage, it could easily have been 1 week, too. You know, officer. This is good. He likes it. It's a little smile there. It was a stereo investigation after all. It has now converged with our main investigation, adding a new fact to consider. Yeah, he finally agrees with our stereo investigation theory that we keep putting forward. Let's see. I don't know. We could use it to open up another thought slot. I don't know how important some of these things really are, though. We'll just up our reaction speed. That can't be a bad thing. Let's have a closer look then, partner. Large prints, most likely made by Boots. The size is hard to determine. The soles have left a pattern, uniform horizontal lines. This doesn't look like the worker's boots from the hanging, does it? No, these little horizontal lines are different. They look custom made to me. Or some kind of foreign print? Hard to say. Still a boot, though. It doesn't look like the odd-soled print either. The size looks about the same, actually. They're not the same shoe, but they could be the same person. Interesting. I wouldn't rule out Ruby coming here yet. This isn't an argument against her. People change shoes, you know. But it's not an argument for her, either. Alright. Everything around you is quiet. Alright, what does this mean? It means someone snuck through what seems like a secret route leading to the roof. The roof from where you can shoot our victim. This is significant. These prints, officer, could be the prints of our killer. And if not, at least they're a good argument for this Ruby doing it, to present to Titus. That is true. We do have more evidence for Titus now. But we gotta look through the rest. Oh, wait, this is the door. Yeah, this is the door. Wait, a tiny hole. Wait a minute. You can almost see the shape of a man and a woman writhing inside, bathed in drug sweat and dirty linens. I can see into Clausia's bedroom from here. You can barely see through. Better not to jump to sensationalist conclusions here. It's a peephole. The footprints on the floor, however, definitely suspicious. Boring footprints. I want to jump to sensationalist conclusions. Excuse me. Alright, moving on. So can we finally unlock this? Unbar. Now we can just cut through here. Wow, how satisfying. I guess I kind of have to eat my words on my theory, though, because clearly someone not only could have snuck up this way, it almost certainly appears that that did happen. Now whether... Actually, let's just ask Clausia about it. Can we? Hello, ma'am. Again.
Hello, officer. What brings you up here again?
No, nothing, ma'am. Okay. Keep your secrets. We'll just go talk to Titus one last time. Now that we have some pretty solid evidence that this supposed Ruby Assuming that Ruby is the truck driver, which we pretty much confirmed, has the odd-soled shoe with the sandpaper grinding off the foot on it. So she has now been linked almost definitely to this pinball workshop, but also definitely to the scene of the lynching, which means at the very least she knew about the crime and is now missing. So 100% a suspect. Did she do it? I don't know. The whole thing still seems weird. My big thing is, if they shot from the roof, why is there literally no evidence? I understand the rain would wash most of it away, but I mean, come on. Nothing, zero, zilch. It seems a little ridiculous to me. I don't know. Maybe Titus will finally give us a little more information now. Maybe. Would really be cool. I feel like we're doing pretty good police work. Oh wait, is this guy... What's this guy? Is this the smoker guy? It is. Hi, gendarme. Gendarmerie. Another rendezvous. There he is again, the smoker on the balcony, right here in the whirling in rags. Hello. I see you found yourself a little something from my wardrobe. Oh yeah, this is... Whoops. Not bad at all. I met your Sunday friend. You did? How'd you like him? I didn't like him as much as I like you. Oh, shoot. Why not? I don't want to talk about other people. I want to talk about you. What about me, gendarme? What are you doing here? Admiring the atmosphere. What about you, officer? I mean, all these things are true. I live here. Well, no, that's not really the right way to say it. This is where I'm going to go down in history. I'm going to sing karaoke. Really? I look forward to that. Tell me again about that muscular type who came to investigate the crime. Oh yes, let's see. He knocked on my door a few days after the lynching. I think he was going through the entire building asking questions. What did he look like? Muscular, handsome, strong, like one of those military types. And what did you tell him? Nothing. I didn't see anything. Did you tell him about your friend, though? Your Sunday friend? What friend? Your Sunday friend? No, I don't think it came up. Alright, was this guy alone? Yes, but he was speaking to someone on his earpiece. Just reporting back whatever I was telling him. Did he have any other identifying traits? Oh, let me think. He had an accent. It sounded like one of those mercenaries. Oh, did it? He sounded vaguely Orangese. No, not vaguely. Scratch that. He sounded definitely Orangese. Thanks for the information. Okay. That was probably one of the other Crenel mercenaries. Sure. Anything else on your mind? About this robe I'm wearing. You can keep it. I don't mind. I can appreciate beauty when I see it. Ooh. Thanks. All of these are kind of not great, but thanks. It's like carrying a piece of you with me at all times. Is it now? Well, enjoy it. Let's try this. Nope. It's like sports. He's a sports guy. All about that physical prowess and athletic skill. Nothing else here. I'm sure. Bye-bye, gendarme. Alright, let's just try talking to Titus again.
It's you again. What is it?
Oh, we still only have 58% on this. Let's try it. Oh yeah, you know what? We did find that antique rifle. And, you know what? Before we do this, one more thing. Now we have Kim with us, right? I just remembered. We found this bullet. Where is it? We didn't determine where it was fired from. Kim, take a look at this. It's a jacketed bullet close to 5mm in diameter. A jacketed bullet. Okay. It would have been shot from a military-grade breech-loading rifle, not from a muzzle-loader like those typically found on the streets of Montanez. We were right. This came from a serious weapon. Even the RCM uses ordinary unjacketed conical bullets. This is strange. Very strange. I like this, officer. Strange means unique. Unique means incriminating. We need to find the gun that shot it. Something tells you that won't be anytime soon. This will have to be one of those epic tasks that's open for a while. You sure about that? Because, yeah, I do have a similar rifle. A rifle. Revolutionary period. Your bullet looks to be an old 4.46mm from the surplus left over from the turn of the century. Probably an antique or a retrofitted antique. Make? The 4.46 caliber was widely used with the Bell McGrave rifle, a Revacholian manufacturer. The BM dominated the battlefields of the Insulindian theater of the Anticentennial Revolution 50 years ago. Incidentally, you have just such a rifle with you. The dusty old thing you found hidden in the basement below the commercial area. It's unusable, sadly. If it were, the bullet would probably fit the chamber. So this is an antique. Okay, is anyone still making these? No, but Zeiliger, a major firearm manufacturer, ended up with a surplus after the war, so there are a lot of these old military rifles floating around, as we saw, usually broken. Who uses Bell McGrave rifles these days? Antiques enthusiasts, guerrilla fighters in distant countries, a few lucky jamrock bangers. You're looking for the same thing you found in that hidden weapons cache, only in working order. Okay. What are you thinking? Bullet? I think I know where this came from. Okay, and? The shot probably came from a Bell McGrave rifle. An antique, that makes sense. There can't be many breech-loading rifles floating around in Martinez, or anywhere in Revachol, really. That's probably a good thing. I have to hand it to the monarchs. It's quite admirable that they took the advice of criminologists last century and banned the use of breech loaders in peacetime. Some new RCM recruits get impatient with their muzzle loaders once they've trained with military-grade weapons, but they realize it's worth it in the end. Makes you consider every shot. I like it. Imagine if everyone, cops, citizens, had access to firearms that could shoot multiple rounds without pausing to reload. After the first shot, the second, third, and so on come much easier. But back to the investigation. I don't think it's an antiques enthusiast. That seems kind of weird. Jamrock bangers, I don't think. Could it have been a foreign guerrilla fighter? Probably not, but let's find out. Let's find the gun itself. Alright. Alright. So that's cool, because now we basically know that this rifle is what we're looking for. So that really came back to help us. So now we will talk.
It's you again. What is it?
Finally, Jesus. Sudden flash of lightning in your neocortex. The hostile cafeteria is lit by its eerie blaze. Floor plans, bullet trajectories, webs of human emotion all channeled into a single thought. A massive activity spike in the amygdala copicum, the part cops use to pin murders on people. Why are you so sure Ruby didn't off him? So that's what you were squinting at. You were trying to come up a theory, weren't you? And she did it. Yeah, he was cobbling together shit so he could put her away. It's RCM 101. Well, let old Titus set your mind at ease then. She didn't do it. She was here all night. Sunday night, 11:30 to 12:15. She was here all that time. Yeah, with us, drinking, near the stage there. She didn't go to the bathroom? No. In the whole 45-minute window, she was with you the entire time. Alright, she took a fucking leak, okay? For one moment. Maybe went out too. She has an operation to run from her lorry. Oh, we know all about that. We're not getting into what that operation is again, cop. It's probably for the best. Don't break your stride now. And just because she was gone for 5 minutes doesn't mean she magically got to the rooftop and shot him. I've been through this. It's not plausible. It kinda is, though. He's been through it. That means he's suspected her, too. Maybe. Alright, we're in. We got Ruby unaccounted for sometime during the window. This was crucial. Now let's place her on that roof. How? You got his attention. Now don't ruin it by making weird claims. Alright, yeah, we should bring this up. There's a secret route in the kitchen that leads straight to the roof. How? Through what looks like an abandoned pinball workshop? People say there was a pinball arcade here sometime before the hostel. What was it called, Theo? East Delta Pinball Arcade. Weird place. Went bankrupt. Okay, but how'd she get up? There's no room for a staircase in this building, or an elevator, but there is an elevator there. The elevator is outside the building. It's an old dumbwaiter used for moving pinball machines up and down from the workshop. Good one, Kim. From there, a door leads straight to the roof. You can just step outside. He could have gone up, shot him, come down, all under 7 minutes. It's quite the theory. We need to have a look at that secret passage, boys. I'm on it, boss. Right when the law clears, me and Angus are going up there. It's a dumbwaiter, not an industrial lift. How about I go instead of... Shush now. You got something else to back this route up, or is that it? Have we firmly established that Ruby could have had access to the roof where the man was shot? Firmly? Firmly doesn't go well with could've. There's a route to the roof. Me and the boys need to check it out. That's what we've established. But a route does not put that bullet in his head. A gun does that. Ruby doesn't carry one. Phase 2. Murder weapon. Get a gun in her hand. If not that, then at least a shadow of a doubt in the shape of a gun. The local well, no, because we know the bullet didn't come from my gun. And that's not a good look either. I guess I'll show him some proof. That looks antique. Belle McGrave. It's an opera. Where'd you get it? There's a cellar under the bookshop. It was hidden there. 20, maybe 30 rifles, Titus. Almost broken. Also broken, but still, there were many. There must be other caches, too. God damn it, we need to close that dump down for good. Okay, I see your point. There are guns lying around. Damn it. I thought we found all the old spots. Why was that still there? We just missed one. Ruby doesn't know this place, boss. Just these cops digging up shit. I didn't say I'd prove she had the murder weapon, just that we need to find her. Alright, cop. Keep talking. Let you know when I have had enough. Gee, we're not seriously considering it, are we? Ruby wouldn't do this. Why would she do something like this? Phase 3. Motive. The last component. The big one. Get this? They'll give her to you. Remember, don't piss them off. That never works. Yeah, I mean, why would she organize the cover-up? And I suppose you have a theory on that? She could have been covering up for herself, Titus. Think about it. Why go through all that effort? It was her idea, wasn't it? The hanging? You went along, but she suggested it. She had like a fully formed plan and shit right when she came back downstairs. Really, Shanks. Classy wanted to talk to another girl, that's all. She was just the first one up there. I could have come up with that plan if I'd been first. I don't know. It's kind of a random plan to come up with. Time for a logics demonstration. All right, Eugene. Let's assume you killed him. Think. Kill him. Get up there. Shoot him. Get down. Would you prefer to go on trial with your friends as part of a lynch mob, or alone for committing murder? She used us to cover her own shit up. Well, it's a serious violation of the Hardy Code, boss. Which is why she didn't. She would never do that. Why are you defending her? This is fucking stupid, Titus. Glenn. Thought the same thing when she skipped town and left us in this shit. Ooh, so he didn't rule her out completely. And she skipped town. This is good. Titus, you have to see it. Things don't add up. We need to talk to her. Very small nod. Trickle of tobacco spit on his lip. This is the only opinion he cares for. Yeah, I see it. There's one more thing I've been wondering about. Ever since you asked me where she is. Ask me to your list of suspicions if you want. I don't know. I don't know where she went. She just got up and left. Got real scared, too. Wouldn't tell me where, however hard I asked. Wanna know why? Why? She was afraid I would tell you. Maybe she was right. By now, I probably would. She knew there's evidence on it, and she knew we'd find it. This is typical suspect behavior. Why fleeing is always incriminatory. Damn. Making progress. Perhaps. Ask her if you find her. It won't be easy, though. She made sure of that. When did she leave? Friday afternoon, when you first arrived. I got word the RCM was in town, then she came in to see me. Told me she was leaving. That's when we had our little conversation. What was she scared of? I told you. You. Me personally? Yes. You, the cop with the sideburns and the disco clothes. Whoops, a hole in his heart at first. Don't forget the funny tie, too. How can I forget? You and I are going to dance in the moonlight under a billion stars. You know, when I first saw you limp in here, I thought she was paranoid or sniffing her own supply, but now I'm not so sure. Do you have clues on where she went? She's not far, we know that much. She didn't take her lorry, so she's on foot. Good fucking luck, man. She knows this place like the back of her head. We'll never find her. Yeah, Al, we won't either. She's not really a hardy candidate anymore, is she? She's not, Glenn. Have you looked for her? A little on the coast. Where have you looked for her more precisely? More precisely, on the coast, past the water lock. She's not here, so I'm thinking she's there. Who's doing this looking? You're all here. Yeah, you're all here. Who's out looking? Lizzie needed some air. The gardener? But she went to tell Everard. You're a smart cop, but you're a stupid person. No one goes to tell Everard anything. He has to know. He has to know fast. Okay. Can you tell me where on the coast I should start looking? Sure. There are some shit houses there, cinder block town. Fisher folk refuse to unionize, so that's one place we haven't looked. Here they have a shack where junkies sometimes crash. Time for you to step up. We will start there. One more question. What does Ruby look like? Boyish, hair's red, dyed. She looks like a lorryman. Alright. Cool. Shake his hand. He's actually given us a lot of information. We're not giving him the corny line. Alright, that was an extreme amount of new information. Before we end this session, what shall we level up? I'm gonna go with... yeah, we'll level up endurance. That never hurts. It gives us more health. So we have figured out potentially where the killer was, potentially what their motive was. We have a massive new suspect and lead and area to explore. So that's a lot for one day. And 0 frame drops this time, so I'm doing something right. Thanks to everyone who tuned in. I'll be back probably tomorrow with more of the investigation. And have a good night.